All right, let's get into it. Let's make sure that we've got our live on YouTube, and then we'll start some music. Got Twitch going. And let's see if we got live streams going on YouTube. We do have live streams going on YouTube, but the thumbnail is not working. Let's fix the thumbnails on those. All right, and we'll get some music going. Alrighty. Okay, we are looking at getting thumbnails going manually on YouTube. Let's see. Aetherial Airships, there we go. Stream 50. Gonna be the last one for this particular world. Alright, we're listening to Too High to Die by Apollo Music. There's a little gap here. And we'll just save the changes on that live stream, and we'll go back to the other one. Alrighty. We'll have a listen to a Mud Puddle in a moment. There we go, Mud Puddle is coming up. And we'll just upload the thumbnail for the other stream. And then we'll get into it. Alrighty, where is that one? Stream 50, there we go. And while we're here, we'll actually tag Apollo Music properly in the thumbnails as well. Alright, we'll save that one. We are saving. Did you not save? Okay, YouTube Studio is being a little weird. Just go to the other one. So we should have thumbnails now. What is going on? Why has that frozen? Okay, let's go to this one. And we'll tag Apollo Music in that one. And we'll save. Alright, changes saved. Awesome. I'll just say OK on that. And we'll go back to details. I see Restream is trying to save changes to it at the same time. That's annoying. All right. All right, Mud Puddle is going. Cool. Might add a fine to the starting music today. Hello, Jessica Peterson. We are doing some Minecraft in a moment. I'm just updating my thumbnails on the YouTube side of things. Just be a sec. So we're in modded Minecraft in a mod pack called Aetherial Airships. I've been on this world for about 2 years, and we're up to stream 50 because I stream every second weekend on it. And so we'll be doing a bit of exploring on that world. Alright, let's get that one in the mix there. So just adding an extra track to the intro music, and I'm going to do a bit of self-promo across a couple of Discords, and we'll get into the gameplay. Alright, so this will actually be the final stream for this version of the world, but I will be releasing a new version of the mod pack in the next couple of weeks. And updating the world, because the world generation changes as part of that. Music we're listening to at the moment is A Fine by Apollo Music. Commissioned specifically for use in my videos, so that's always fun. Let's jump into a couple of Discords and I'll just share the stream there. Alright, so we want a shareable link for that one. Alright. Just going to quickly check which link is which on these ones. So I've got vertical and horizontal streaming going at the same time, so a little bit of a fun trick. Alright. Let's have a look at this one. If we go and watch the stream itself. Yeah, that one is the vertical stream. Okay, perfect. Alright, got them in the right order. Awesome. Alrighty. So yeah, if you like the sounds of what I've been talking about, feel free to check out the rest of the channel. There's a bunch of stuff happening on there. I've got hardcore Minecraft, I've got Hightail, I've got Terraria, and yeah, stream 3 times a week. Usually it's Minecraft, sometimes it's Terraria, sometimes it's Hightail. So Tuesdays will be Terraria, Thursdays is Hightail, and Sundays is Minecraft. Although it may be Saturday for you, depending on where in the world you are. Alrighty, how am I going on the Twitch side of things? No one chatting on Twitch, but I did see someone is on Twitch as well, so thank you for that. Alright, let's just get these notifications out there on Discord, and then we'll get into some gameplay. Why does it say Terraria on Twitch? I thought I fixed that. That should not be Terraria on Twitch, that should be Minecraft. Let's fix that. Alright, how's my day? My day's going well. Evander Moya, good to see you. What's up? Alright, just getting everything going for the notifications. Alright, and let's get the notifications on the other Discord channels that I'm on, and we should be right to go. Alrighty. And that's the end of that track, so we'll jump into some gameplay. I do need to actually start Minecraft though. I've been busy with trying to get things happening, so give me a second to get Minecraft started. And I'll just get those last couple of things where I want them. Didn't have quite enough music lined up today, but that's okay. Getting used to the vertical stream and having to manually do a couple of my notifications because unfortunately it does multiple pings where it doesn't need to, so Let's pop that one in there and another one in here. And once Minecraft is loaded, we'll jump into the server. Alright. Looks like maybe we've got a slight problem with one of those links. That's okay, I'll try and figure that out in a sec. Alright, let's play Too Hard to Die one more time. Just give myself a little more time there. And make sure we got the right link there. Minecraft is loading in the background, I believe. Yep, it's just taking its time. Alright. I know, looks like the links are right. Alrighty. Just waiting on the game to start up, won't be too long. Move that over there. Alrighty. So we're also going to look at doing a little bit of create. Well, not create. We're just doing a little bit of building. We'll be building a bee enclosure on the Aetherial Airships world, and then touring the world a little bit. Alright, that was a Too Hard to Die again, and just waiting for Minecraft to finish loading. Shouldn't be too long. And Minecraft has loaded. Let's get into a server. Alrighty. I just want to do one more thing to make sure we've got people aware that the stream is happening. I'm going to jump back into my server and publish the stream info on the news channel, because that sends it off to the other channels. Okay. Alrighty. Hopefully the combined chat is working. Alrighty, there we go. We are on the server. A little bit of lag while it loads up. We'll just hopefully, yeah, that's a bit better. We'll just sleep so that we've got a bit of breathing room. And we'll jump into the gameplay once the music finishes. Alright. Just gonna have a little bit of my breakfast. So it's morning for me. A sip of coffee, bite of toast, that sort of thing. How's everyone's days going? Morning in the game now as well, so just going to jump into the game once the music gets near the end. Alright, let's make sure Minecraft is working. Yeah, Minecraft is working there. Alright. I'll just kill the music for now. And we'll just make sure we've got something a little easier to see on the Minecraft side of things as well. We should need probably a little second Minecraft window behind everything there on the Minecraft side of things. It's the first vertical stream I've done with Minecraft, so we'll see how it works out. If you're wondering on Twitch what the vertical stuff is about, it is vertical streaming on YouTube as well as horizontal. So you're not missing anything on the horizontal side of things. Okay, let's go with game capture. And we want Minecraft again. And then this time we will bring this one down a bit. Actually, we'll make this one smaller. Minecraft, there we go. And Minecraft. So we've got two. Make one smaller so it actually fits on the top of the window. That sizzling made me think of a creeper. Thankfully, it's only a guy with a fry pan. Alright, so hopefully that works. If that doesn't work, we'll change things up later. But yeah, we've got a little Minecraft window inside a larger Minecraft window. We'll just move that other Minecraft window so that it's centered and you can see things like the hotbar properly when I turn the hotbar back on. There we go. You can see the hotbar in more detail down the bottom. And then you can see the full picture in the middle there. I think that'll work. Alright, we'll get out of... But, no. That was unintentional. One of the problems of being a server admin is I can accidentally hit creative mode if I hit F3 at the same time as F4 when I'm trying to get out of free cam. Alright. So, we've got a couple of beehives, or bee nests more accurately. We've got some guys frying things up. We've got, so that is part of the mod pack. We've got Chef's Delight. Oh, Farmer's Delight, and Chef's Delight is an add-on for that. So we've got a guy here who's just cooking things up on a fry pan every now and then. And he's a cook. And we've got anything in the basket? Nothing in the basket. Okay. And we've got some create stuff happening. We've got basically this is a cobblestone generator. And it seems that we've got fish. Yes, we've got fish in the conveyor belt. Let's fix that. Let's see. We'll drop some cobblestone in here. We've probably got fish in the... Yeah, we've got fish in here, probably. Alright, let's fix that. We've got a jammed up works. Okay, let's... Yeah, it contains one tropical fish. Just gummed up the works. Like a spanner in the works, except no, it's a fish in the works. Okay, why am I not able to move that? What is going on? Okay, there's the fish. And there's another fish here. We're going to throw that fish. I don't know why I keep getting tropical fish in the water here. It's not even tropical water. No. We don't want that. Okay. We got the tropical fish. Yes, there we go. Okay, we got the fish out of the cobble machine. Not sure why the fish keep falling in there, but there's our tropical fish generator. This keeps spitting out tropical fish for some reason. It's not even tropical water. I really don't understand. Okay. Anyway, let's throw this extra bit of cobblestone in there. There we go. And this extra cobblestone here can go in there as well. Then we turn that into gravel, and that turns into flint and iron nuggets. Not flint and steel! Flint and iron nuggets. Okay. Yes, I know there's an old meme, but I had to go there. Alright, so let's move on. Yikes. Okay. We have some guys here who will buy flint. go in and have a word to the Fletcher. I was going to say Arrowsmith. Fletcher is the word I'm looking for. And the toolsmith. What's the toolsmith got for us? We don't need any of those tools. We've got them already. Okay. You know what? Just to increase his rank a little bit, we'll buy another one of these. Actually needed a pickaxe, but oh look, we've got more over here. So yeah, there's that. All right. Let's turn off the markers so that we're not looking at everything all at once. Let's make some carpets for these trader liners. And let's see if we can sleep to get rid of the rain. We have any string. We have string. Perfect. Let's make a couple of carpets. Alright, we'll put one white carpet onto that trader llama, and then we'll think about a colour for the other one. Alright, we got, what colours have we got? We got a red one, no, we got a yellow one there. We got another white one there. A red one there. Alright, so maybe we don't go with white. Let's see what other colours we've got. Maybe orange. Let's pop these in here. See what dyes get spat out. I think we'll get yellow and very possibly some green, but unlikely. 2 yellow dye instead of 1. Alright. Okay, we did get red and yellow, perfect. So I'll make one orange one. Pop the rest of the dyes away. They can go in the vault. Got one orange carpet. And maybe we'll go for a green one as well. I don't think we've got a green one yet. Grab that white carpet. Alright, so we've got a schematic item, we've got a vault, we've got a bit of create stuff. Cows, chickens. We've got lots of sugarcane. We've got rice, we've got bamboo. We've got our Chef's Delight kitchen here. So this guy is a chef rather than... No, this guy's a cook. We've got a cook and we've got another cook, I think. We had a chef. Sure we had a chef. You're a cook. You're a farmer. You're a Fletcher. You're an armorer. So we do have a chef villager as well, or we did. What happened to the chef? Oh well. So you're after bacon and you'll give egg sandwiches. What about the cook? What's he offering? Oh, let's sleep so we can get rid of this rain. No, this is not bedrock. This is actually Java. And hello there. Gianluca Ferrari. Okay. Higher end version of Bedrock that you need a cheap computer or a laptop for. That is a good way of putting it, Zora. Welcome, Zora. Okay. Why would you do that to yourself? Okay. So yeah, we redid the house with the... Oh, it's just a little bit out because there's a copycat panel there. But we redid the house to the original schematic, so we've made a couple of changes here to the chef house. Then we've added some things for nice to have. So we've got a chopping board that goes straight into a basket here. So if we were to, for example, chop up something into smaller pieces, which we don't have any of at the moment to demonstrate. Let's go with... let's see... Can't chop up the eggs. Can't chop up the pufferfish. Oh, you get the idea anyway. Oh, here we go. If we were to take the cabbages, for example, and a knife. So let's put the leather in. Actually, the leather goes in the basket anyway. Put the leather there. So if we were to take the cabbages and we're going to take this knife, we're going to chop the cabbages. It disappears, but it goes straight into the basket because of the way that the chopping board is set up. It's a little feature of Farmer's Delight I wasn't aware of, is that the direction of the chopping board will interact with the basket. So that's kind of cool. Looks like some emotes that don't work. Elbow cough, hydrate, hydrate, hydrate. Hydrate, chill VCat, thanks Doc, and hydrate. Alright, well thank you very much for the attempt at emotes in the shared chat. I'm sure that showed up as emotes in the direct YouTube chat. Appreciate the content. And yes, howdy Zora. So, I don't know where the chef went. Maybe we need to convince someone to be a chef. Alright, so we need to get some materials if we're going to make this bee house. Don't mind the flopping fish over there. So the good thing about Farmer's Delight is that you can actually, or at least some of the expansions have got, is that you can actually turn the otherwise useless tropical fish into meals. I mean, you can eat them as well, or you can feed them to cats. But when you've got tropical fish that are just generating randomly, like we've got here, it does make it a little bit hard to get rid of them all. So we can sell them to the fisherman if the fisherman gets the right trade further down the track. Which reminds me, let's sell them some string. Alright. Any string here? Yeah, we've got plenty of string there. Let's take most of that. We'll just leave one. And if you're wondering, this is a mob farm. No, look, there's a bunch more there. And we'll put 2 more there until we get them up to 4. Let's see how many string the fisherman wants to buy. I think it was 20. Why are you unemployed? Go be a chef. It was 20, so there we go. We get 2 whole emeralds for that. Nice. Then we've got a mason in here where we've got our little clay making setup. So, let's put some more dirt down and sell the clay to the mason. Alright. Good thing we don't have that good thing we don't have any data packs or mods that make the stone cutter actually hurt you when you stand on it. Alright. Wow, that changed quick. Why am I doing that? We want to... There we go. So quite a surprisingly efficient playmaker. Look, there's another one already. So once we've made enough clay, we'll sell some more to the mason here. We'll stop making clay because we can do that for ages. We got 4 emeralds out of that. Perfect. Okay. Right, Cold, can I shout you out? I can say hi, right, Cold? Does that do? Alright. Just going to grab a little bit more of my real life breakfast. Zora shout out would be sick. Yes. Zora is one of my regular players who actually helped with some of the decoration in this village. So go check out Zora Moon's channel and feel free to subscribe if you enjoy their content. Alright. What have we got here? We've got poison arrows. You know what? I'm not interested in what you're selling. And you are still not past the point of selling useless tools and wanting iron. It's okay though, we can get some iron, we can level you up. We don't really need any more bells in this village. But we do need to figure out what we're doing in terms of colour for that other llama. So let's grab some bone meal. Or some bones, which can be turned into bone meal. Maybe not half a stack, because that's going to be too many. Maybe just a quarter of a stack. And we'll just bone meal this little fern here. Drop it down. This is not the way I intended to do that. Drop it down. Throw away the seeds. Plant that one, plant that one. Bone meal that one again. Bone meal that one again. And then we'll throw the bone meal down. And there we go. Now we've got the... no, we don't want to throw that. Do you know what? So we stop picking it up. Let's put that in there. Okay, I want to throw this into the mill, the millstone, because this is going to give us some green dye. And we'll put this away for now. I'm going to put it in with this lot. Okay. Alright. Did that not fall into the... It's supposed to give us green dye. It did give us green dye. This wasn't showing that I could see. It was showing I didn't see it. Alright, so let's do... one green carpet. And... these eggs on to cook for now. We'll let them cook. Okay. And we'll make a lime green dye as well. A couple of lime green dyes. Let's do it the efficient way. Let's chuck it into the millstone as well. We're going to get white dye and light grey dye as well, so we get all the dyes. All the dyes we can. There we go, we got lime dye. And we'll make the lime carpet. And we've wasted a whole game day. We haven't wasted it, we've had a productive game day. Alright, let's put the extra dye into the vault, just because. And the same with the ones that fell over here. Or not. I think it fell in the water, so... in theory that should have dyed the water. hear zombies. I don't know if it's from the mob farm or not. We'll have a look at the mob farm in a sec. Alright. Don't have any more mobs disappear or appearing on us. Alright. Now, do you want to go green or light green on the trader armor there? What do you reckon? Green with the keeper design or light green, lime green? Lime green with, where's the pastel green? Pastels. Yeah, we'll go with the pastel armor there, I think. Alright. And I don't know why we've got this carpet, so we'll just throw it in there. And let's see what we can buy from that toolsmith to try and progress them a bit. Or we could look for them at the village centre. Why are you going to buy some tools, farmer? Okay. All right, so we need to get some ingredients for a what are we making again? A bee enclosure, a bee farm. Why? Why have you stopped? You haven't. You're just very slow. Okay. We got more fish, do we? Let's put the fish in there for now. Ah, we have sand. That's what I wanted. All right. Is 28 sand going to be enough, or let's see, 3 by 3. Yeah, if we make that into glass, 27 should be enough. It's going to make one side not glass. Oh, we could always just... Actually, we might be able to do glass doors. Let's have a look at what we can make once we've actually got the glass. We don't have a furnace in here. We have a regular way of cooking stuff in that kitchen. Let's go to the little house then. Let's keep trying. Let's look over here. Have a furnace somewhere. Still one in here, I think. Nope, not in here. Where do we have our furnace? We have it somewhere. I know we do. Oh, we've got one in our ship. Let's have a look at our ships as well. So for those of you not aware, this mod pack has airships. This is a really basic one over here. This is one that, so that's one I made. Very basic. And there's one over here that I made. It's a little less basic. More like a van. Flying van, as it were. We don't have much going on here, but we do have a furnace. All right. I think we left all the fuel in the... Yeah, we left all the fuel in there. So let's find ourselves some more charcoal. Oh, look, we got a little bit of glass. Oh, some more bottles. We need those. Okay. Let's put the rest of our sand in there. Let's make some fuel here first. All right. Don't need that many stairs. Let's burn some stairs to get the first charcoal going. First couple of charcoal. There we go. All right. So, I don't have a schematic for the bee farm, or the bee nest, so we're going to be doing that one by hand. Excuse me, I'll have a bite of toast. Alrighty, we're going to go get the rest of the sand. So I'll show you how that's an airship in a little bit. And as you can see, we've got floating islands for our world gen. We've got a mob farm over here. There's half of your classic cross mob farm. A little manual cobble generator here. At the back of the mob farm here, we've got a section for turning villages, zombie villages, into regular villages, with the aid of this friendly witch, who's not really that friendly. And we've got a zombie baby villager there. So if we had a golden apple, we could do something about that. This side here is meant for catching same sort of mobs as well, but it seems to have this boat in just entirely the wrong spot most of the time. What's meant to happen is it's meant to drop things into the hoppers, and then it's meant to go into these chests here. But the problem we're getting is that it just drops down on the ground. So we need to put another hopper in there, but every time we do that, we end up with mobs in here, so it takes too long. These guys can't see us, which makes things a little handy. Sort of a little unfair, but also kind of fun to just be able to go like so. Especially good for the creepers. And we do get a bit of gold armor and stuff going in there as well, so it looks like some of that's working. Hey Emmy, good to see you. Nice to have Emmy in the background. Hey, it's Emmy. For those who don't know, Emmy does some pretty cool stuff. There's a survival series that Emmy's been doing, which is in a ocean-only world, and I think that's called Stranded. And I think we're up to season 2 now, if I remember correctly. So go check out Emmy's content if you get a chance as well. Emmy's pretty cool. Alright. Alright, well that's enough of enough killing mobs in a barrel, as it were. Fish in a barrel, mobs in a boat. It's almost the barrel texture actually, being a spruce trapdoor setup. Mobs in a barrel. Okay. Anyway, enough of that. But yeah, this is my little setup for... Emmy, you might be interested if you ever need to do it again. This is my little setup for villager taming. Or villager curing. So obviously we need to get the witch to be able to see us. And we need a golden apple. But yeah, it's a way of keeping the villagers contained. Now the mobs are sitting in the boats a little funny because I've got a slab here. It does complicate things a little bit sometimes. But it's partly to do with just the way the server handles things as well. This is possible in vanilla, not just in modded. It's actually my preferred way of repopulating the villages when I lose all of them. To build a mob farm and have a little way of capturing villagers. Zombie villagers. Okay, you're trying to breed, but we don't have enough houses, huh? Well, I would like to fix that for you, I really would, but I wouldn't. Okay. So if we had some bigger some bigger crushing wheels, we can actually make sand directly. But for the moment, we are going to just have a go at making some iron and trading it with the villagers, the villager that wants the iron. So that's going to give us one more ingot, I think. Yep. So that's 15. And a bunch of nuggets. So let's put the leftover nuggets on the other ones. And I guess we could build another house with the schematic cannon while we're building the bee enclosure. Alright, we've got a bed in this here boat, so we may as well use that. Call it a boat, it's an airship. Alrighty. Now we did not go and pick up the other sand, did we? Okay. In that case, we will put three lots of 8 in there. Excuse me again, I've got a mouthful of toast. Just trying to make my way through breakfast. It's 9 AM here where I am, and I'm halfway through my coffee and breakfast. So just a moment while I finish my coffee up. Okay, caffeinated. Oh, let's fix that. I just accidentally changed the aspect ratio of my Minecraft window. There we go. That should be better. Okay. And so we've got a little automatic bread farm over there. Go have a look at that in a sec. We'll just let this smelt up. We'll go get the other glass. And we will look at what we can make in the way of glass things in a moment. Copycat doors and glass might be the way to go. Alright, so we've got 28 there. This is Zora's little ship, which is completely not trademark infringing in any way. Another armourer there. Oh, you're after 9 for a chest plate, were you? Already got a chest plate, thank you. Alright. Another 24 there. Now, what can we make with glass? Let's see. We've got 9 pages of things we can make with glass. And doors do not appear to be in amongst them. No. Okay. So, door. Let's see what we've got in the way of doors. We do have glass doors, frame glass doors. So for that we need frame glass. How do we make frame glass? On a stone cutter. Cool. Well, we can make a glass door. Easy. And trapdoors too. Cool. So in that case, we'll make a frame glass door, which only requires 1 frame glass. Which requires any type of glass on a stone cutter. No, that's not a stone cutter. That's not a stone cutter. Let's check that again. That is a... That is a stone cutter. That is a block cutter. Okay, so that's a mechanical saw. That's a stone cutter. It's really doing 1. We really only need to use a stone cutter, which we already have. So that's easy. Cool. So that means that 36 glass should be enough. And we will use a 37 glass, and we'll use a frame glass. Already got the glass to do that, so let's go make a frame glass. Going to make a basically a wooden enclosure, but we're going to make glass walls on it, and we're going to put flowers inside so we can see what we're doing. And make ourselves a basic little bee farm. That's not where the stonecutter is. Stonecutter is under the stairs. Alright. So we just need to make some space. Let's put the dirt away again. And would you look at that? We've got a whole bunch more clay. So, one frame glass. Thank you. And just a regular door will make a glass door. That's very cool. Alrighty. Let me just check out Twitch. Not much happening on Twitch at the moment. Looks like it's all happening on the YouTube side, especially as far as chat goes. Yep, chat seems pretty quiet on Twitch. And we've got things happening on YouTube. Alright. Alright, back to the game. Now, we needed an oak door, didn't we? So let's go one. So the oak door made me think of unchecked door, who is usually in my chat on Twitch, but I haven't seen unchecked door today, so... That's alright, they may be up to other things today. Alright, one oak door. One lot of oak doors. One frame glass door. And the bowl can probably go away. Maybe we'll buy some bricks. Some bricks from the mason, we'll put those ones away, and we'll put that brick away. Alright, I think we will go with the spruce logs for the corners here. Corners of our little enclosure. It's only going to be a small one, we just want to make sure that the bees don't fly away into the void. Or off to another island. So let's go over to this here giant tree. And we'll start collecting the logs. I just remembered, I'm doing this the wrong way for starters, but I just remembered we can fix that with the airship. We'll use the airship to come and mine that properly later. Or we can just do it the quick way. We have enough logs, so we'll actually clean up the tree though. Hello, stray chicken down there. Alright, I think we will actually try and clean this up. So, if the axe runs out, we'll just make another one. We've got plenty of cobble, so not an issue. And we can't get back down there, can we? Okay, that's fine. We'll just go up until we can't go up anymore. Alright, and we'll just fix up the path back down now. So we're going to need it because this axe is going to run out any second. Alright. We could have done this with some ladders or something, but we're not. there's the end of the axe, but we've got more than enough for what I wanted to do. So we're going to find a little spot here. I think just here is good. I was going to make it 3 by 3, but then I remember we've got 2 bee nests, so we'll make it 3 by 4 instead. So we'll go log there. 3 by 5, I should say. 6 by 5, 3 by 3 in the glass section, and 4 by 3 on the sides. So we're going to make sure we've got enough glass for that. Log there. Now we want to make sure that we don't end up going too high into this house. So we might actually go one there and one here. We'll bring this down level with the house. And that will look pretty cool. Okay. Obviously we need to put some grass down here, but we have a way of making grass quite easily with Create, so now we will put logs across this way and across this way. That is not where that goes. That's all right. We'll get another. So it needs to go here where this torch is. Okay, we'll get another axe in a moment. We'll just go to sleep. All right. Another bite of toast while we sleep. Okay, that took a little longer than sleeping in Minecraft, but there you go. Alright, now let's get an axe. I'll just drop off the spruce logs. The excess spruce logs, we'll drop those off and turn them into more fuel in the airship. I've ended up in a bush next to the house. Now we have more spruce logs here. We have dark oak logs. Do we have a spare axe? We don't. Let's make a steel axe, an iron axe, just to make things a little bit faster. We've got access to bamboo. Let's not waste planks on making an axe. We'll just make sticks out of bamboo. If you're wondering, I do have iron gloves on from the Aether, which is another mod we've got in the pack. And the extra bamboo we'll just pop into the kitchen because that can be used as food. We've got some in here somewhere. See pieces of bamboo there, but we've got actual bamboo as well, I think. No, alright, well, we'll put it on the chopping board and we'll turn it into pieces of bamboo. Always takes too long to reset when things get turned in the item frames. So we go a piece of bamboo, and they can go with the other pieces of bamboo. We can make some bamboo something or other later. Alright. So we have our frame glass door. We have our sticks. I had them. Where'd they go? We had sticks, didn't we? Did we drop them somewhere? We did. We dropped them over here. Okay. Get ourselves an iron axe. And the sticks can go in this basket. Why not? Alright. These 12 we can sell to probably the weaponsmith. So the weaponsmith or the toolsmith? Nope. Weaponsmith just wants coal and wants to sell us iron swords. I might grab another one of those actually. We don't have a sword at the moment. Alright. Maybe it's the toolsmith. Or the armourer. Yeah, it was the toolsmith. Okay. We've leveled you up, so now you'll sell something other than bells. Iron axes. Not very cheap ones, but oh, silk touch shovel. Iron breaking 2 iron axe and silk touch efficiency 2 shovel. Those are actually some decent trades. That's great. Okay, now you don't have anything that grabs our attention, do you? No, I mean we could turn gravel into flint directly, but we can have a way of doing that already. So you can keep your gravel. All right. What have you got for us? You want to buy stuff? I thought you'd have some food for us, but never mind. Hey, we can get some egg sandwiches from the cook. Or we could have you cook cod for us, which we can do for ourselves. It's a great way to waste emeralds. Yeah, let's get some egg sandwiches. You're leveled up. What have you got for us now? You're buying onions and tomatoes. Okay. I'll put the rest of the egg sandwiches away. And now that we've got our axe, we can do a bit of cleanup. Alright, so we want to go like that. And then clean this up. Nice. Oh, you look at that. It's like I've got a frame for something. What could it be, I wonder? Okay, let's clean this up. The rest of this tree. Oh yeah, let's turn our view distance back up as well. Our distant horizons rendering. Had it turned down for the thumbnail, so you can see we've got a lot of floating islands around. We'll go have a look at spawn and my old ships and some other bases and things in a little bit, once we finish this bee enclosure. Excuse the real-life birds in the background screeching at us. We've got cockatoos in the neighbourhood. And it's probably going to rain today, and they're telling everybody. Alright. So for me, it's the 1st of March, which is the first day of autumn, or fall, as some of you might call it, here in the southern hemisphere. So I'm enjoying the weather finally cooling down, as it can get quite hot in Australia. But of course, now we're moving on to, if you remember that old episode of The Simpsons, the lousy smart weather. That's what we get for buying cheap calendars. Speaking of which, I actually need to buy a new calendar. That leads me into the fact that I don't have calendars on my merch, but I do have other merch available on my Redbubble page if you're interested in getting some merch with designs I've made on it. Designs of my characters, and also there's one that's been made by Electro, I believe. Did a lovely render of my character, my Minecraft character, in on a copper throne in a copper backdrop. This is pre-copper drop as well, so pre-copper age. And pre-trial changes as well. So it was just the basic copper blocks. I had a thematic thing going with copper for a while, and the render was appreciated. All right. So we do need one more lot of logs over this way. So we might just put the dirt away. Grab those logs. We had a stack, but I think we just put it somewhere. Put it in the chest. Let's grab these extra ones. That's all we need. Or maybe not. It's enough for now, though. Just to finish the basics of the frame. And I think we'll go with stripped. Yeah, stripped spruce. And we'll fill this in with some glass. I need some glass for the roof as well now, think of it. That's already stripped. That one's not. And that one's not. And that one's not. Oh, yes it is. Okay. Alright, let's get the andesite out of here. And put that away. I'm going to go a little higher as well. So we do need some more of those logs. Need to sleep again. Strip Bruce, that's right. Hi Akasha, good to see you. Akasha's on Twitch, making fun of my accent. And hi Flat Pixel, good to see you on Twitch. And hi Akasha, also on YouTube. Yeah, the Copper Duke was the Duke of Copperton was actually the title I went by. Not to be confused by the Duke of Wesselton. Confused with. Or in fact, played by the same actor in a different animated series, the Duke of Weaselton. Who would have seen that one coming? Alright, we've broken our pickaxe, but we have a spare. Alright, so we need to put some grass down in the middle here. And we need to probably not mine the dirt with a pickaxe. And that means we need to bring this bit down as well, so mine this bit down. do have another piece of toast to eat, so I'll get onto that in a second. But we still need to finish this little frame here, so let's get that done. Alright, we've got way more cobblestone than we need, and way more andesite than we need floating around there. So let's put this away. And we need a shovel. Apparently we had someone who was selling good quality silk-touch shovels somewhere. Oh, wait, we do. Well, we'll go and get some of the cheap shovels first, I think. Let's see what they've got. Let's just clean this up a little bit, though. Leave those ropes there. Actually, no, that can just be a little rope ladder. That works. Okay. Take this bit out. And just gradually have a little incline here. Terraforming a little bit. We'll probably bring this whole section down in a sec, because it sort of nestles this into a hill that it doesn't want to be nestled into. It's a bit out of place. Alright, dirt in there. Cobblestone in there. Ignore the message about server backups. I will fix it so there's a final backup of the server. Yes, this is a server, there's just nobody else on it at the moment, which is part of the reason we're moving into Season 2 on the server. What am I building? I'm building a bee enclosure, believe it or not. But we need to actually make this whole area grass to start with. And I don't have a shovel yet, so I'm going to go get a shovel. But I'm just getting rid of the stone in the way first. And let's just a little bit of terraforming while we're at it. Excuse me, I think a little burp sneaked out there. Alright. We don't have shovels. Okay. We have pickaxes, but not shovels. We have hoes. Well, we have access to iron. We have a shovel right there, though. Alright. You've got expensive axes as well, so I might make some cheap axes, just in case we need them. The iron axe should keep us going for a little while. Let's just drop things off. Of course it's raining while we're trying to build. Always the way. More andesite, more cobble. And we do have that shovel, so let's use the shovel. Clean this lot up. Oh, lovely. We've got a little bit of zinc there that we don't need at this stage of the game. More terraforming. So there's no digging up dirt. Yeah, we may as well level this a bit because this is just a little bit too cramped around the cook's house. The cook's... I don't know, what would you call the cook's house? The cook's cooking area. The cafe, the bistro. snack shop. And it's still a little bit too high next to the bee enclosure, so let's just mine this whole lot out, level it down. At least to one block high rather than multiple blocks high. Not quite so claustrophobic next to the I don't know, tavern, takeaway, fry shop. Fast food joint. I think we'll just level it and have a little bit of a step up over here. This seems just a little too crowded for my liking. Yeah, that's a bit better. And then we'll replace some of this with dirt. Probably the whole lot. Yeah, we'll just drop this in here. Go get some grassy dirt to replace it with. And drop the andesite. Pick up all the stray stone and stuff. And yeah, we'll come back with some grass for that area. We already have the glass, so let's just check that the glass is enough. We might need to go get some more sand. We'll come in from... Oh. Yeah, definitely going to need another pickaxe. Or maybe not. Alright, we don't need to go grass in here, but we could. We'll just let the grass spread naturally from the sides, I think. We'll get another pickaxe though. And yeah, we'll come in from this direction. And we will sleep. Just put that glass door down. I guess we could do another one on the other side. Connected glass textures are lovely. Oh, if it was 3x3 we'd have just enough, but we have just a little, we're just a little short on the glass. Need 3 more. 4 more if we count putting a door on this side as well. Alright, let's go sleep again then. When players don't have Riptide yet, it's always raining. After a player has Riptide, it almost never rains. Those are accurate. I'll show you why Riptide isn't needed on this server, but it's still useful in a moment. APOs are the secret to ether-powered airships. Not quite, but... or aether-powered. Would you look at that? We have exactly 4 sand left. Like it was meant to be. Alright. Oh, look at that. Exactly 8 sticks. Okay. Now we need a couple of campfires to put underneath. And some moss carpets or carpets. I think we'll go with moss carpets if we can get them. We've got a floppy fish, which is going to try and come up the works again. Please don't come up the works. Oh, good. You just fell on top of it because you couldn't go in while there's cobblestone there. Thank you, fish. Oh, we did have a copper ore we could have used in the construction of... here. So there's meant to be a copper ore in the back of this for some reason. Probably because it's sort of inset into the ground and we had some barrels that were in the ground, or crates that were in the ground. We had a crate of tomatoes, we had a straw bale, and a crate of onions, and a crate of potatoes over here. So I didn't realise they were actually little details that were meant to be on this Chef's Delight house. We're still missing a chef though. Can you not get to the... Can they not get to this? Alright, let's see. Go get our glass. Anyway, put that copper ore back. Yes, just to show Zora is on the server. This is Zora's favourite cat. I mean, Zora's not on the server right at this moment, obviously, but it has been on the server. Alright, now do we have those doors? We do have those doors. We'll get that glass, we'll make some more frame glass and a regular... I'll fill the rest in with regular glass. So fill in those regular glass that we needed. I mean, Zora's airship being parked here as well is also evidence of Zora being on the server. Alright, so that's that sorted. Now we've just got to get the glass door on the other side. Maybe we could do 2 glass doors on this side instead. Maybe that would work. I think that might work better. We have a silk touch pickaxe though, so we'll just go with what we were planning originally. You don't buy a tropical fish yet? That's a shame. That's not what we're looking for. We're looking for this. Frame glass. And glass door. Alrighty. Thank you for shutting the door in our face. You mind? I'm trying to get past. Alright. Yes, potatoes and and doors. Emmy is lurking in the chat, and or was lurking in the chat, and obviously door is usually a regular, but is not around at the moment. Did we put that door in the wrong spot? Oh, it's a sliding door. Oh, that's cool. I did not realize it was a sliding door. That is super cool. So that would be fun for elevators. You can make a glass elevator with sliding doors. Alright, so let's put these bee nests in place. With however many bees are in them. That many. It appears to be 2 total. But that's enough. That's enough to breed bees. We just need to make sure that we have flowers. And that we shut the doors behind ourselves. Maybe another glass door on the inside would be a good idea as well. It's a framed glass door, so it's framed in that it slides away into whatever's next to it, which is kind of cool. Glass door slides into the glass. Looks very strange. Alright, let's get some flowers for these hungry bees. And let's get some campfires as well. And some grass. Yes, we have a spare squid. Yeah, Emmy was lurking on YouTube earlier. Sliding doors, yes. Or if you want the original Polish name of that film, Przypadek. Although my pronunciation is probably terrible. Let's get some... Oh, we've got vines. Perfect. We'll get some flowers the easy way then. Or not. Let's try and get some flowers. There we go, we've got 1 flower. Now we've got more flowers. Now the bees have got something to do. Now we've got 5 bees in here. Okay, we don't need to breed bees that much. 5? No, we've got 6 bees. We've got a full bee contingent. We don't need to breed them at all. Although that means that we could, if we wanted to. No, we're not getting a flower. Bees really want to be hit, don't they? Well, that's more than 6 flowers, so that's enough. We have 7 flowers, and only 1 of them is yellow for some reason. Don't want to grow flowers in that corner. of bees have gone back inside. Perfect time to open the sliding door. All right. In the middle of a streamathon, and everyone else decided to stream today too. I always stream at this time. Welcome, Unchecked Door. Good to see you. That's true. Go back to the flower. They will have more chances to get another one, but I have enough there. We are going to get some sleep firstly, and then we're going to get some more campfires. And that is true. That is very true. We could simply do it the sensible way, but we're not going to. So there. You know why? Because you were late. No. You are you are perfectly fine to do your own streams. By the way, anybody who wants to go check out Unchecked Door. They had a wonderful series called In Case You Didn't Know, and they also stream Minecraft, of course. All right, so let's get campfire. We had one already. Oh, apparently we can get camel spawn eggs. Not quite sure how we would do that in. Not quite sure how we do that in survival, but nice to know that they're a thing. Alright, now I did see a campfire somewhere. I think it was in here. I knew I had one somewhere. Okay. Now, we need carpet. Moss carpet or regular carpet will do. But I think we threw the carpet into the vault. If we did, we will never see it again. Because in this version of Create, we don't have a nice organized way of retrieving stuff from. Oh, we could use canvas, I guess. Yeah, we should use canvas. We don't have a nice, easy way of retrieving stuff from vaults in this version of Create, which is part of the reason for upgrading the modpack. In case you didn't know too, switch to Java. I don't know if that's what's happening. I actually haven't been able to catch up with Door's streams, because Door seems to stream at the same time as I am most of the time, or while I'm asleep. Did you just wee honey on me? It's better to place these when there's not bees around. Oh wait, it needs to be canvas and mats. I wonder if that's a bug, because that, well, bees are bugs, but I wonder if that's a unintentional behavior of dripping honey like that. I wonder which mod is causing that dripping behavior, because that is very odd. That is not vanilla. I mean, it's honey, so I mean, it could be vanilla honey, but I expect that it's probably just regular flavored honey. Needs to be turned back into canvas? Yes. Okay. So we need some bottles to actually get some honey. Store some bottles in here. Yes. And we have glass, so we can make additional bottles. Well, we could if we had one more glass, which we can. Wait. had 2 clients there already. Alright. Looks like the Twitch chat is overtaking the YouTube chat now, so people have caught up on Twitch. Good to see. Always nice to see. Alright, so we have 3 bottles, and we have 2 bottles, and we have 3 other bottles, so that means we've got 8 bottles in total. Which means we can actually make some milk bottles as well, which is cool. So we can be in the land of milk and honey. I was going to say where did our cows go, but then I remembered I made a separate pen for them over here. Just happens to have a stray chicken in it. Alright, let's get some honey. And we can be their guest. Why are you still dripping honey when I literally just took the honey out? That is very odd. And why do you only make noises when I slide you back rather than when I slide you open? My Season 2 plans. Season 2 plans are add Sky Pirates. Update the World Gem. Well, update the World Gem. Add Sky Pirates. Remove Better End. Add... what else was there? Add a few things, actually. Add a grappling hook. Add pirates. Add more biomes. And generally make things more interesting. That's Season 2 plans. Now, we're going to get some milk, so we've got the milk and honey that I promised. And we can be in the land of milk and honey for a moment. Alright. Let's pop these in here, and we'll get those bottles. Bottles that are currently full of water, but that's fine. We can deal with that. Deal with that by digging up all the clay and getting more mud to turn into clay. There's handy dandy dirt we already had in our inventory. Oh, I was just thinking it might be worthwhile adding apiarists as well, since we're going to have the same sort of Farmer's Delight malarkey going on. So Farmer's Delight and add-ons will still be part of the modpack. The Aether will still be part of the modpack, I mean, being just called Aetherial Airships, it'd be a bit weird if it weren't. Although at first it wasn't, it was just Aetherial Islands. Okay, now water bottles. Let's modify the, or muddy the dirt. That didn't work. I'm not sure what the Canaan reference was before, unless it was something biblical, in which case you lost me. No, not very biblical. To catch the details from the Void freaking commercials and not one Gumtree ad. Oh, catch the details from the VOD. Okay, so I can go back over the plans briefly. It's not a secret. So yeah, plans will be. I mean, you can watch the VOD. You're welcome to. But plans will be that we will go. We'll change the world gen. So world gen will still be Aetherial Islands, but it'll be the Aetherial Islands clusters edit, and it's an updated version of Aetherial Islands, which means we won't get quite so many islands so close together. We will have large areas of void. We've got create structures, so there'll be some create structures floating in the void, and there'll be some on the islands as well. And and the create structures are a good way, once you get an airship, of getting a bunch of free create stuff for the ones that are floating in the void. There's going to be pirates, there's going to be grappling hooks, there's going to be breakable ships, so if you break parts of ships off, they'll fall to the ground as falling blocks, and you'll be able to steal parts of ships potentially from the pirates, or break the pirate ships so they fall out of the sky. The pirate ships have rudimentary cannons, so they can shoot at you, and they have hostile pirates. We'll be getting rid of Better End, and we'll be adding additional biomes, and we'll be probably looking at if I can find a nice apiarist type mod, or a gardener type mod, adding some more custom villages as well. That's a thought I've just had today. So grappling hooks that are compatible with the... Oh, Canaan is the land of milk and honey, gotcha. I was thinking more of the land of milk and honey from Norse mythology, but yes, Canaan is canonically, I don't know if that's offensive, canonically the land of milk and honey, I believe. So yes, I get you now. Alright, and the cockatoos agree, but it is very noisy. Okay, why did I refill all those with water? The whole point was to get 4 water bottles so I could actually get some milk. 4 empty bottles so I could actually get some milk. So I think we just drink the milk, drink the water, which does absolutely nothing for us. There'll also be some pirate-related structures and friendly pirates that you can recruit, potentially. You need to do that with golden apples, so interesting plan there. It becomes, what's more important, crew for your ships or villagers? Alright, it is night time again. We need some buckets, so we'll find a bucket and we'll milk the cow, and we'll get some milk bottles. I used to play a Worms-like game many years ago as well. I think it was called Worms. There was also another one I played around this, probably before I started playing Worms. It was called Scorched Earth. You are a butcher, and you are a cook. Why do we have no chef? Okay, do we have a bucket somewhere? Buckets? Buckets? Anywhere? Buckets? Alright, we're nearly at the 2 hour mark, so we'll do a little bit of an explore around the server once we've got everything happening. We've got the bee enclosure done that we wanted. No buckets in here. No buckets in the barrel. Buckets. Alright, so the use of the bottles is as such. We can, in fact, well, not that way, but we can, in fact, get 4 buckets of milk from a... 4 bottles of milk from a bucket. And the bottles of milk can be used interchangeably with buckets in recipes to make your milk go further. So, if we go, what are the uses? There we go. We have 4 buckets of milk. 4 bottles of milk, I should say. And, of course, the milk clears 1 effect as well, as you would expect when drinking milk. Use the open source mascots for the teams, and, of course, you went for Team Tops. That makes sense. Alright, now we have a bunch of rice down here that's cooked. And a bunch of rice up here that's cooked. Let's consolidate that. And don't come the raw pork chop with me. I believe you want bacon. Okay. How much bacon do you want? You want 4. Okay, well, in that case, I better get some more raw pork chops and make some bacon. It almost make ASMR out of this. Cooking sounds. Pop, chop, sizzle. Pop, chop, sizzle. Ding! Alright. So the amber root bag there is quite nice. That's something we won't get in the new mod pack because that's Better End Delight, which is compatibility mod for Better End. But we will be able to get bags of rice, which also look kind of like bags of flour. Alright, so we've got a little piece of sweet berry cheesecake here. We've got the leftovers of a roast chicken. And we've got the last rice roll from a rice roll medley. So obviously this is a place where people come to eat, or villagers come to eat. The cat running around over there. Oh, would you look at that? We've got more honey ready to go. Alright, we're going to jump in our little airship and have a bit of a look around in a little while. Let's just drink these. Yeah, I like that you can stack honey and you can stack milk. But you can't stack water bottles. I mean, milk is obviously a mod, but water bottles and honey are both vanilla. And you can't stack water bottles, but you can stack honey bottles. It makes no sense. And you can stack empty bottles as well. But look, honey bottles, we can stack. Milk bottles, we can stack. Water bottles? No, sorry, you can't stack those. Why? Because they basically count as potions. You can't stack potions. Villagers don't eat meat, but they have butchers. Yes, that makes no sense as well. That's because the butchers are vanilla. I mean, the cooks are not, the chefs are not, but they're vegetarian. But they will butcher and sell you meat, or they'll buy meat. They just don't accept it as food when you throw it at them to get them to breed. Alright, so quick tour of what we've got around the village. So we have, speaking of butchers, we have a butcher's here. And because I had a little butcher trap, I had a little trap in the corner where it was basically just trapdoors. I removed that because villagers kept getting stuck in the corner. We've got some pigs here, which is where we got the bacon from. Or we got the pork for the bacon. And of course we've got a butcher and a smoker. So that was one of the original buildings. And this is another original building here, although it was buried originally. So I sort of modified it a little bit, and we have a basic little cooking area up here. Oh, I got a wandering trader. Hi. What have you got for us? Jungle saplings, and blue orchids, and allium, and red sand. The red sand I might be interested in. There we go. So red sand can get us gold nuggets, at least, which is nice. So, this little house was here as well. This was not. The mob farm obviously was not. And we had the house. This house here was originally here. This here was originally here, but it was higher up, so we lowered it. And everything else has been added since then. So we did have a weaponsmith, but the weaponsmith was down there. I've got myself into a bit of a pickle. There we go. Okay. So the weaponsmith was down this way, around this area. So we did a bit of terraforming here. The dock obviously is new, and some of the landscaping here has been done by Zora, some of it's been done by me, and some of it's been done by Bildangu, and some of it's been done by other people. Just people have come and randomly added things. So this house was here as well. And it was just a tiger village. So, no, I've got jungle saplings already. I'll show you what I mean by that in a moment. So, we've got our little bread maker and wheat farm over there. Alright. Let's see, do we have... We don't have fuel really. Let's get some fuel going. We'll turn that into fuel. Add one more of these. Okay. So, to get a reasonable clip going, we've got 2 engines for our airship. And this is my little van type airship. It's quite fast. If I go to F5 mode, you can see me looking out the front windscreen. And we can put it in cruise control and head back to the main area. So this little beach over here is this beach island, which you'll see is actually kind of large. So this little area here is actually the area where we spawned. So that X there is in fact the spawn location. But we weren't able to get over to that village for quite some time. Apiaries and pumpkins. Now you see the secret to play a flight. Yes, indeed. All right, so this ocean here had a shipwreck, which is still kind of there, and that was where I started off my experience in the world, was the shipwreck. So you can see we've got a jungle tree over there. We've got one of each type of tree, apart from the cherry blossom at spawn, and obviously not the end trees either. Not the end trees. Well, end trees are a thing in this mod pack, but not the nether trees or the aether trees. So we've got a couple of leftover skeleton horses. We did have a big create structure here, which had a bunch of stuff. Basically, we had all of our create starter stuff here, including some giant crushing wheels and some crafting, like mechanical crafters and things like that. So that's it. We popped out of the bed when we got up, probably because there was a space for us to stand. That is something that's been a bit of an issue with this pack as well. When on an airship, if you are in a bed and you jump out of the bed when you respawn, or when you respawn next to the bed, you can sometimes fall through, which is kind of annoying. I think it's possibly to do with the fact that next to the bed we have possibly some slabs. But yeah, falling through the airship is not fun when respawning. So I try and make sure when I sleep in the airship, and when I go anywhere where I might need to come back and respawn, that the airship is over solid land. So if I do fall through, I don't fall far. So yeah, this is our first little first little base. And you can see there's some other player base stuff down here. We're just going to try and park this thing a little better. We had this built to fit a slightly different style of airship, which I will show you one of if we have one floating around in a bottle back at the mining hut. So this mine shaft you see below us, before I changed the rules of what could be turned into an airship, somebody decided to make the mine shaft into an airship. So all of the blocks that the mine shafts are made of, apart from the few ore blocks that were connected to it, are in fact blocks that can be added to an airship and will be turned into an airship with a fairly simple process. Now this is actually a really bad park, because if we park here we're going to end up falling out. So let's try and park adjacent here. We'll park at the better dock, which was built later. Just don't mind my flying. Yes, the RV, the airship is kind of villager face shaped. That was kind of the idea, and it is kind of an RV. If it's true. Now I'm trying to go backwards here, but I'm not pressing the right key. So yeah, this is a little area that started off being an area to mine for granite blocks, so that we could turn them into red sand and then get gold, because we actually need a gold ingot to make the it was really bad parking. Need a gold ingot to make the helms for the airships. So let's just try a little better. Yeah, that's a little better. This ship is very hard to park while under power in tight spaces. And by tight spaces, I mean without having... Actually, in open spaces. Tight spaces are easier because you just run into something and it stops it moving. So let's try just going back a little bit from here. There we go. If we bring it in a little bit. And that should be close enough that we can use that to walk out. Okay. So it took a while to find a really good design for the airships. And this one is potentially one of them. So we can... we can't walk straight over, but we can jump up very easily. If we go down just a smidge, we can walk straight over. A smidge more. You get the idea though. We can jump up easily. Let's see if that worked. No. It's just like 1 pixel too high. 1 or 2 pixels too high. There we go. It's just decided that it's not going to do it. Anyway, you can get it to the point where you can just walk straight in, which is nice. So Sean has taken this little area here, which is a granite trimmed mining dock. And the granite we could turn into red sand, as I mentioned. The red sand we could then use create to get gold nuggets, and we can get our first gold ingot, so we can actually make a ship. This is a nice little mining area here, mining dock, and basically a little crafting and mining themed area, which is pretty appropriate for a game named Minecraft. Yeah, that was pretty bad parking. I usually make it dead on because I usually have a way of stopping on a dime, as it were. But back up here. So we've got some markers. We'll just turn the markers off. Okay. So yeah, we've got a little create section here where we were just basically using this to make, as we did before, to make wheat into dough, although we've taken the parts away for that. We had a millstone, and we still for some reason have a mechanical press here, which I left behind. We had a mechanical crafter set up over here, which we used to make the giant crushing wheels. We had a millstone set up with a conveyor belt that then sent things to this chest, which then came out of the chest. So we made flour, and then the flour went into the water and became dough, and then it got cooked on the way here. And then we also set it up so that we had a cobblestone generator, and we had gravel coming through the water, and then becoming iron and that sort of thing. And over this way we had some other stuff. We had soul fire and all sorts of stuff basically going along this way. And we had giant crushing wheels and all that sort of stuff. But we cleaned all of that up because it was causing lag at spawn. So this was a little structure that somebody made just to be their little spawn house. This was the original spawn house I had, and this is a nice little bit of detailing that got put in after the fact, and this is a way to get down to the mine shaft underneath. So this has been cleaned up a little bit, but it was a fairly messy shipwreck. We have a cooking pot and a skillet here as well, and basically a bunch of loot here. And we did have a to-do list. So Zora was making a to-do list here, and then Orange was making a to-do list here, and the dragon kill. So we took another thing we took out of, or that we've taken out of the new version of the mod pack is the better ending improved dragon fight, because it really isn't improved. Somebody's actually made this look even more ramshackle than it was. They've sort of tidied it up and made it look like it's falling apart and in disrepair, which is kind of true. I kind of abandoned it. So of course, once we had enough resources to get ourselves some bits and pieces, we went over to... where was it? We went over to that island there with a bunch of cobble. It must have been another iteration of the world, or an earlier version of the world, where I had it must have been a test world or something, where I had a bridge that went over to another island, but yeah, getting my worlds mixed up. But yeah, we had a bridge that went over here, and then from there I made the mining hut, the first mining hut. So let's head over there. I think we're out of fuel, so we're probably going to be very slow in the ship now, but we were cooking up some more fuel. Yeah, we're out of fuel. We're cooking up some more. And let's put one more there. We'll make it nice and quick to get over, even though we could walk over quickly. Close that door. Alright. So yeah, we've got our bridge that goes over here. And we've got a bit of a mine in there as well. And then from the bridge, before that mine was put in, we had a little way to get up to the surface here. The stairs just came up there. And these little patches of water have been put in since people got access to tridents. So Zora has a little base down here. That big green block you will find is actually bamboo, so we'll go have a look at that in a sec. Then we have a little mining hut over here, and a couple of my earlier ships. So that little birch ship there is actually my first ship from the world, because the first resources I was able to get, other than what was in the original airship, was birch, because this is a big island of birch forest. And this is a terrible park. Let's try turning around and backing up. living off a phone right now, so the better PC craving. Ah, yes, an unchecked door is after a new PC. Absolutely understand. I need one too, but I have access to a PC that is good enough to play my modpack on, which is the main thing. And if we, there we go. That's a pretty good park this time, I have to say. That makes up for the terrible park in the last one. And a little higher. That's where tucked in behind. We are tucked in a little bit, I think. We'll try and go a little higher. That looks pretty good. Tiny bit lower. There we go. Like a glove. Alright, so we could could just sleep here, but I'm going to play it safe. Just check if we can walk back. Yes, there we go. Perfect parking. Alright, so instead we're going to play it safe and we're going to sleep here. In the little mining hut. And there's yet another ship. I'll put that one in a bottle. Mostly better parking, yes. Alright. So, enter chest. And just a decorative cluster. And a map of sorts. That was one of our treasure maps. So the pineapples have a different pineapple mod because Tropicana mod in this one was a little bit had some rude words and I wanted to keep things PG. So I moved away from that mod to a different mod for pineapples for the new version. And there's a little basic airship here. With some dark oak, and then we've got our original birch airship, which has been through many iterations. It basically has lots of engines and lots of storage, or at least it was lots of storage at the time. And the ship that's in the bottom, we have enough XP levels to put it back in the bottom, so I will show you what that looks like. And how the ship in the bottle works. Ship in the bottle we will be keeping for the new mod pack as well. But first, let's eat some pineapple slices. I will miss the pina colada from the mod that we've got, but we have other things that make up for it. Okay. And I could always make a data pack that makes the pina colada work. So we have an Aether portal here, and we have our 500 here. This is our 400 subs section as well. We had 400 here before, and now we've got 500. Speaking of which, if you're watching on YouTube and you're not subscribed, feel free to do so. And we have an Aether portal here that actually is a bit more functional, and we have a Nether portal over the side. So I believe there was some sort of trickery going on with people making things that fell out from underneath me into that. But that seems to have all been sorted out. So the reason this is a mining hut is I realized on the opposite side of this mountain, which I dug through, and this is our lava generation, which we were using for fuel for airships for a while. Better parking patch. I disagree. Hey, Bildangu's joined. Welcome, Bildangu. Haven't seen you on the server in a while. And this is the mineshaft I found that was actually in the island, which was kind of fun. Alright, I never actually explored the entire mineshaft, I don't think. But it was enough to get started, and it made things interesting. So we have a mining hut. We also have a giant hole in the middle of this island for some reason. which was always a little bit dangerous when we came over this way and were being attacked by things. So mineshaft has lots of dead ends, but it also has lots of mineshaft if we go around further. It sounds like we've got lots of mobs in here. It was never fully cleaned up, if I remember correctly. Yeah, there's lots of mineshaft over there that I never got to. And I think we'll just do a quick skedaddle. And this is where I got my cows from. And now I'm on the opposite side of the mineshaft. Alright, you get the idea. And there was some resources, some iron on the little cliffs here that I had to come and get early in the game. Someone's been here and put some moss in later on. You did miss 500 by that much. Tad early, but that's fine. You are the penultimate before 500 subscriber. And now there have been, last time I checked, 39 since then. So, alright, now we've got a little staircase that goes up to, what was Soap's old base originally, I think. And there was a balloon base, a balloon airship that Soap built. Let's head back through the tunnel. It's going to be a little quicker. And I used to get pillager patrols all the time. Pillager patrols all the time over this island as well. So down this way, we also have some places that people were putting their what are they called again? Their stasis chambers. So regular players, Zora, Strange Oranges, Seanbot, Bildangu, Phyadron was a regular player, and back in the day, we also had a regular player who used to be an admin on my servers, Funny Shib. Unfortunately, Funny Shib and I had some misunderstandings about, some disagreements about what the behavior of an admin should be on other servers and while streaming. So, Funny Shib was no longer an admin and was no longer welcome on my servers. Still do like Funny Ship as a person and consider him a friend, but haven't seen him in my Discord much lately. I think he's found other things to do. So I've got some melons and pumpkins over here as well. 600 by summer. Well, it's autumn for me, so let's go winter for me. 600 by winter would be nice. But I don't really care. So we've got a sheep puff here as well. These guys are funny. They just like occasionally puff up and fly for no reason. And from the Aether. Speaking of which, this was a crafting portal at one stage because I was trying to do the meme thing when the Minecraft movie was out, and I said, "This is a crafting portal." There's a short still floating around somewhere of mine that has that. And so I actually someone made a portal shape out of crafting tables, and it didn't go anywhere, strangely enough. So you know what I mean. Back in the day, internet time. When you're talking memes, internet time is forever ago. So the Aether is in constant night. Actually, it's got a day-night cycle. It's in constant day when you first go to it, but it's got a day-night cycle now because all of the bosses have been beaten. See one of the boss arenas over there. But yeah, they explored the Aether. Mostly left that up to the players, and they did all of the Aether stuff apart from the basics. But yeah, these guys shoot snowballs at you long before the long before the breeze was a thing. You had clouds in the Aether. And we've got sky whales. And you can make parachutes out of these, which are quite useful in a world with airships. But I'm not going to hang around for very long. We're going to just check out There was a bridge around here somewhere. Yeah, there is a sky bridge. The sky bridge goes over to Bildangu's Aether Portal. And this is quick soil, which makes you go faster. Kind of like ice, except it speeds up your movement. Yeah, sky whales have also made an appearance in Star Wars, or space whales at least. And this is actually a hostile mob, so we'll get away from that. It's going to throw poison darts at us if we get too close. So yeah, the Aether's much more interesting in the early stages. It gets a bit more scary when you get the dark. Oh, we've got one of the sweats has decided to hurt itself. So you get slimes that are called sweats. There's also yellow ones, I forget what they're called. And they give you... Sweat balls give you... Sorry, the name for it. They give you the option to use them as slime, but they also allow you to convert netherrack to crimson nylium directly, grass to podzol, netherrack to warp nylium directly as well. And dirt to grass blocks, dirt to mycelium, and ether dirt to ether grass blocks. Not sure exactly how those work. Never really bothered with it. And you can also use them in place of slime balls and other recipes. So now the clouds you can actually make into parachutes, which are basically a rideable cloud block. Blue arrow clouds I'm not so sure about. I think they let you bounce from memory. Oh look, 002. Alright, so let's have a look at that ship. That other ship that was in the bottom. So I'll show you how the ship in a bottle works. Firstly, you need to have some water to place it on. Now this works better over the ocean, so we might quickly sleep and head back to the ocean. And we'll just check we didn't leave all the fuel in the... oh yeah, if you fall out of the Aether, you come out very high up in the world, in the overworld. So the parachutes are very much needed. I'll just check we didn't leave all the fuel in here, which I'm sure we did. That's fine. We'll just pop that egg in there. One of the things that one of the mods I've got in the pack does as well is allows you to stack more than 16 eggs, which is great. We should do it for water bottles as well, though. Alright, now we'll go and have a look at some other areas in a little bit. But first I just want to take the path back. In fact, let's head over this way and we'll head down to Zora and... well, it's mostly Zora's area, but Zora's area where Orange was squatting a lot of the time. So the best way to describe it. And we'll just drop down straight into the water. And we'll come back up later. Alright. So this is the slime chunk, if you're wondering why all the buttons. And we've got lots of ice there for some reason as well. Okay. So if we right click on an area with water, our airship materializes. Now the problem is, because it's an airship, it actually floats in the air. Funny that. But what we're going to do to fix that is we're just going to pillar up. And then we're going to... oh, we've got some shadow berries and things. Shadowberry seeds from Better End. The Better End is fun, but ultimately it didn't add much of value, so... and it's added a lot to the mod, added a lot of bulk to the mod pack. Alright, so here's our airship. Now this one was a converted shipwreck, and it is quite slow. Still has stuff in the furnaces. There you go, still has fuel. Had some lava buckets. It ended up with five engines, 5 furnace engines, and had a bunch of stuff in here. And this is the one that I used when I went over to the end portal. So as a result, it had at one stage a bunch of end remembered custom end eyes in it, but I think we moved them to another ship, or I potentially took them out. End remastered, I should say, not end remembered. So yeah, we could take this ship down to ground level and clean up our see, it's quite a large ship, and it goes straight into the wood that we just placed. And it seems reasonably fast at the moment with the multiple engines, but it was very unwieldy and cumbersome to actually take it anywhere. So, and some of the things were added, like the little flag at the top was added when we were going out as a group on the same ship. It was either Zora or Orange that added the orange flags there, or orange flag. It may have been Orange, I guess. Now, do I still have an axe? I do not have an axe. I seem to have misplaced it. Do I have an axe somewhere on board the ship? No, but I have the materials to make one. Perfect. Oh, and there's my wrench from Create that I left there for some reason. Let's leave some bone meal behind instead. Okay, we need one more. We'll make an axe. Beldengu's left again. Not sure if that was intentional. I was going to say hi to Beldengu and show off Beldengu's base, but they've decided to disappear. Or they've been disconnected. Both are equally likely. Now, did I still have a crafting table in here? Yes. Okay. All right. So yeah, we had a crow's nest up here. And a little seat you can sit in. So you can still get a third-person view of the ship while sitting in the seat. But it counts as being mounted on the entity. You can see there's a little hot air balloon there. Or a balloon airship. We've got looks like a sugarcane and potentially a bamboo farm over there. Or tree and bamboo farm over there. I think that was one of Orange's creations. Might have been Zora again. Built a storage ship in a steampunk inspired style. Zinkberg. No, I'll have to check that out. Okay, so we're going to head up a little bit. We can't do that because we're not in the controls. We're going to head up a little bit and get the... Oh, we're going to try and find our way onto the wood from here. I don't think we can... Oh, we might be able to. Oh, we can't jump over the fences. Never mind. All right. Let's head down and to there. Ah, there we go. And we'll just start taking the wood down. It's one of the things I'm not used to in the old versions of Aetherial Airships, well, the old versions of Valkyrian Skies, I should say. You can actually use shift properly on ships these days, where you didn't used to be able to. So you can actually sneak on ships and not fall off them. we'll pick up those oak planks and these planks here. Because we've got 50 levels, we can just put this straight back into the bottle. It takes 30 levels to put the ship into a bottle. That is not configurable yet via it might be configurable via a data pack or configuration in the mod. It certainly should be. And the way around it is going to creative mode if you want to be able to do it for less levels. But obviously that's not applicable for people who are not moderators or owners of servers to be able to go into creative mode. Alright, cleaned up the slime there. So yeah, while we're here, we'll have a bit of a look around at Zora's base. Yeah, ship in a bottle is a wonderful mod. Great for these sorts of things. It's like a blaze burner that's it's a blaze burner that's been lit as a brazier without actually having a blaze in it. That's kind of cool. So I believe there's a little farm here for making sweet rolls, which is basically bread with milk injected into it. And it looks like there's some sort of timer here as well. What does it say? Zora's Bread Factory. So it looks like some of the stuff that Zora was planning on got done. Alright. Let's have a look at what else we had here. So basically you'd get milk buckets from cows, and then you'd get bread to come through, and then you'd make sweet rolls out of it. It's a basement down here. Let's have a look. So it looks like that was where the sweet rolls were made. But there's no milk. Oh, there's milk in there, but there's not enough to continue. It sounds like there's cows hiding down here somewhere as well. Nice view from here. So somewhere in here is a place where you get milk from cows. Can't see it, but you can hear it. I'd say it's probably behind the copycat panels. I never actually looked through here thoroughly. I wasn't meant to. Sneaking around hidden parts of the server. I think that might be what you need to turn to make things happen. Let's give it a go. Nope, maybe this way. Doesn't seem to be doing much. I think it's broken. Okay, so we've got a set of diving gear put aside here. And we've got pina colada, getting caught in the rain. That was from Tropicana. Looks like a bamboo cookie. So basically making all the things. Looks like there's some chocolate there, liquid chocolate, chocolate coated berries, all sorts of cool stuff. Alright, we've got another hot air balloon type thing. We've got lots of orange sheep for some reason, lots of skeleton horses, some trader llamas, and a slime trying to get in. We'll just avoid the slime. And some stuff from Better End. Alright, the slime seems to be contained, so we'll just move on. Sounds like there might be a skeleton. Yes, there's a skeleton. Alright, we need to eat something. Let's have some honey. Actually, We won't have room for the bottles. So let's eat some rice. Spider. No killer spider. Ah! Alright. Well, that's why we slept here. We'll sleep again. We'll go get our corpse. The spider will hopefully not be hostile anymore. Alright, now we'll go have a quick look at Phaedron's base and Sean's base, and a little contribution from a short-lived player. I say short-lived because they didn't spend long on the server. They didn't. It's not that they kept dying or anything, as far as I'm aware. They just didn't stay long. I'm going to show that in a second, because I found it when I was looking around the other day. Yesterday, in fact. Alright, let's go get our stuff. There's an elevator over here that was incredibly unsafe to use if you weren't the only person riding it. I'll see if it wants to work for me. The ground fog, I believe that's from one of the atmospheric mods I added. I can't remember off the top of my head what it was called. I think it's one of the weather mods. Alright, let's just remove that death marker. Okay. So the ground fog is mostly just in the mornings and after rain. I think it's from the mods. It's either async particles or what's the other one that works with it? Particle rain. One of those two. I think it might be async particles. Yeah, it gives a nice foggy effect. Which adds to the immersion of mornings. I also have super fancy clouds. So you get the blocky clouds, but they're made out of cloud blocks. Kind of fits in with the whole ether where there are blocks made out of clouds. All right. Let's head over and see if we can find that that elevator. So yeah, big bamboo farm here. So the fog should clear eventually. Faster across the water by swimming. Ah yes, there we go. So a rickety bridge. Not as bad as some of the ones I do. And there's an elevator here. Believe it or not. World's slowest elevator. Here it comes. Yeah, I like the ground fog too. Ground fog. Alright, and there's our elevator. So, I think it might just be a matter of press the button again and hope for the best. Yep. So if you're the only person riding it, it's fine. If you're a passenger, it is problematic. I have died on this elevator several times. Okay, it's not fine. So maybe it's a jump at the end sort of thing. I can't remember. But yeah. Alright, given that we're coming up to close to the... Whoops. We're coming to closer to the end of stream than I'd like. I might just head back down to my corpse with a ship. So yes, the most dangerous elevator. I don't know why you fall through it at the end, but you do. It's like a death elevator. If it's only made of slabs, that could be why. I'm not sure. To check, I'll fly up to the top and I'll check it. I'm not riding that elevator again. What the? It's stuck on there. You want to see something freaky? The mod that I added to just expressions to make things so you can actually see my expression. Corpses blink. Is that weird? Is that weird? I find it weird. All right. But then again, corpses are not vanilla anyway, so can't really complain too much about that. Turn on death markers again. Remove the death marker. And then we'll fly up to see what was at the top of the elevator. It's so important that you have to have a death elevator to get up there. So I'm going to check if the bottom of the elevator is in fact just a slab, because if it is a slab, that would explain why you fall through. You want to see a dead body blink? All right, this would be faster if we had fuel in the furnace, which we can do because we've got our coals back, but and by furnace I mean engine. And no, the elevator is not slabs. I wonder why it drops people consistently, or at least this person. I think it's just a Fred. It's an anti-Fred elevator. So yes, there's a little extension to the base up here, which I can't get my camper van into. There we go. So yeah, nice little section up here. And there used to be an airship of soaps up here, and there's like a long set of stairs to come up this way as well. Yeah, there's a long set of stairs there. Comes up from the other island. So over that way, you can see Phaedron's base. We'll go via Bildango's base first, though. As you can see, we've got a bunch of create stuff up here to run the elevator and an unfinished building. All right, let's put it in cruise control and we'll grab some fuel. All right, so Bildango's base is off to the left here. We also have a big ice boat highway to a mob farm that was built by Seanbot. And I think somebody was building, I think it might have been Bildango, or somebody was building an extension over here to this set of islands. It's like a volcano that Bildango was building. And there's also some stuff with the better end blocks, big prismatic stuff. So if we head down to Bildango's dock, alrighty. So down below there, I've got an island that I was cleaning up that never actually ended up doing much with, but that was in shadow when it was constantly generating mobs. So I ended up making a decision to clear it out of trees and cleaning it up and putting a bunch of torches on it. So this dock is a bit bigger than I remember. There's also a section there where you can just go straight up. We might use that tunnel to dock with. Back it up, turn around. All right. There we go, decent parking. Remember to grab our fuel and not leave the engine running. And we'll head in and have a bit of a look at Bildango's base. So if we head through the, there's an Aether portal here. So it brings us out to the Aether portal we were looking at before. Yep, I'll probably go and raid Emmy in a little bit. So if anybody wants to stick around and be part of the raid, they can. Otherwise, I'll go see Emmy myself shortly. And there we go. On the nether side, we have a tunnel that goes through to the base where I was before, the mining base. So we're back at the mining hub. Go back through the nether, back to Bildango's base. We'll do a quick look around a couple more places and then we'll wrap up the stream and probably go and raid Emmy on the Twitch side of things. So yeah, there's a fair bit more to Bildangu's base, but we'll leave it a mystery for the moment. If Bildangu wants to show it off later on, they can. Got a farm in here, and various types of woods and various create things and that sort of stuff, and a collection of armor stands with various armor on them. All right, moving on. Put the fuel back in the engines. Quickly head over to Phaedron's base. And we might have a quick sleep as well while we're at it. Oh, that was unfortunate. Glad we landed on the airship though. Alright, so we've got Phaedron's massive lava cube over here. And the start of a monorail. Never got finished. This is on the opposite side of the mining island. You can see the big mine shaft there. And I believe Phaedron had a giant taco as a ship. Yeah, that looks like a taco to me. Flying taco. And we got a little island here, just for fun. Just to be in the way. Alright, now the final destination we have is off to Sean's base. And then we'll wrap things up, I think. I think Sean's village was this one. Can we run into something? Nope. Okay. Yeah, I think that's Sean's village over there. So we'll just head that way. Or is that the mining hut we're heading to? Nope, we're heading to Sean's village, I think, which is down this way all the way. Yep, there it is. I think Sean's village might have been the furthest away from spawn. We've got a fair way to go. It looks like there was a... it looks like the ice highway might go to Sean's village. It might actually be quicker to turn around and go to Sean's village via the ice highway, but we've made a fair bit of progress now. Well, we are going to run into this island if we're not careful. Now, we did have a vote on my Discord for whether the new server and the new Ethereal Airships world that I explore briefly before it becomes a server in modpack version 2 should be one of the ones I've explored previously, the same seed that I based this world off, but it will be different world gen, or if it should be an entirely new seed. And so far the votes, I believe, were one person who's a regular on the server voted for a new seed, and nobody else voted as far as I can tell. So I'll do a poll on YouTube, and I'll do a more visible poll on my Discord. And over the next couple of weeks, I'll get some suggestions on that, and then we'll start a new world. I'll tweak the mod pack a little more. We'll start a new world, and that will be a solo stream to start with, and once we get established, it'll become a new server world. How far away are we from Sean's base at the moment? We're pretty close, so it didn't take long to get there. Looks like we've got something that could potentially be considered an airship because it's a pillar that has airship parts in it. Got a random bee and some people have been here. There's Sean's village over there with the cherry blossom. It looks like maybe we've only got myself or potentially Unchecked Door still lurking on Twitch. Looks like everyone's disappeared from the YouTube side of things as well, but it was good. We had a lot of chat happening earlier on the YouTube side, and then the Twitch side got busy. So yeah, we've got Sean's village over here. And head down. I used to come to it via the Nether, and I'd take a little ship through the Nether. Sean's changed a few things up. It used to be a... Well, there's the big tree farm. I was going to say it used to be a big tree farm, but it's still here. Alright, well we might finish up the stream around here. We'll fly back to spawn after stream. But yeah, we've got Sean's village here with a fair bit of underground infrastructure and a lot of cherry blossom. And a lot of cakes. As you can hear, villagers everywhere. The villager breeder, and I think we've got some underground stuff going on as well. But for some reason, a bunch of captive turtles. And the remnants of a ship here by the look of it. It got burnt. And this looks like a villager trading hall. Hear a lot of villagers under there. There's like an iron farm as well. Yep, big long trading hall. place to fall into. Yay! Alright, on that note, might be a good time to quietly break and replace slab and wrap things up. This is not Fred friendly, it's too cramped. Alright. Let's get out of here. Claustrophobic. Alright, we'll get away from the noises. Back to our little ship, and I think we'll wrap things up. There we go, we've got a little to-do list here. That's one of the Eyes of Ender. One of the, whatchamacallit, customised. So, rules of Seanbot's Island. No one is perm-banned from my islands, no questions. My villages are the only thing to the public. You can have access to one tree farm. I do not apply. Don't steal a grief. So I don't apply to can't be banned, or I don't apply to can only have access to certain things. I'll have to ask Sean about that one. Iron farm, obviously. Alright. On that note, we're going to wrap things up. I'm going to say goodbye, and we'll go into the outro screen on both sides. And we'll get some music going. We'll play a cobblestone generator as our outro. I'll say thank you very much to the ongoing paid patrons, Oni Arrow, the Fantastic Soap, and Catsmith. Catsmith is also on this server briefly. And yeah, thank you all for being paid patrons and continuing to do so. And thank you to everybody for watching today and for joining both on the Twitch side and the YouTube side. Hope you've had a great day. Hope you've enjoyed the stream. And if you're watching on Twitch and you haven't followed yet, feel free to follow. And if you're watching on YouTube and you haven't subscribed yet, feel free to subscribe. Music we're listening to is by Apollo Music and is called Cobblestone Generator. And the next time we're on this server in a couple of weeks, it will not be this server. It'll be a new world in the new version of the modpack. So keep an eye out for that. There will be the modpack available on Modrith. And that will be version 2 coming up soon. Alrighty. On the Twitch side of things, let's get a raid going to Hey It's Emmy. Let's hit the raid button. And let's see. Hey, it's Emmy, there we go. And we'll get a raid going there. And just say hi, Techhead Fred raid. If you're still here, we'll start the raid now on the Twitch side of things. Alrighty. On the YouTube side, we'll wrap things up. And I will see you in the next stream, video, or yeah, short if you happen to catch some of those. Alrighty. Alright, we get the raid going on the Twitch side of things, and we'll finish up the stream on the YouTube side. Thank you very much for joining me. See you in the next one.